Hello again, Kirk McDowell, LocalGoogleRankings.com, and this is another in the series of sales training videos. This one has to do with prospecting. So, all right. So in other videos on this page here, we talked about our selling process, but you need somebody to talk to. So, how do you get prospects? How do you get leads? Well, before we answer that question, I want to create the performance standard, or let's call it a game. Okay, so let's call it a game of closing one deal a day. So getting one close a day, getting one new client a day. So what would you need to do to get a client a day? Oh, by the way, the reason I created that number, I think it's very doable. This is not a difficult sale. Our price point's great. Great service, great product. So a deal a day should be very doable. If you close a deal a day, when I say a deal a day, I mean work day, so Monday through Friday. So it's 5 a week, 20 a month. That'll if you stay on that track, you'll make $1,000 commission in the first month, $2,000 the second month, $3,000 the third month, $4,000 the fourth month, etc., etc. You'll get a little drop off, so the numbers won't quite be there. Won't quite be at those numbers because you might lose 1 or 2 out of the 20 that you picked up one month. Of course, you can always make up for that by getting multiple. You may get a client that needs 2 or 3 campaigns, that kind of stuff. But essentially, we want to keep you on a track of getting a deal a day. So those numbers add up. You actually increase your income by $1,000 a month. So that's kind of the beauty of a residual income plan. And so at the end of 12 months, you could be making $10,000, $12,000 a month, and then the following year you start hitting into the residuals. So anyway, that's the game. So we actually are interested in having people who want to play that game, so a deal a day, or more if you like. What would you need to do to close one deal a day? I'm saying you need to have about 5 to 10 conversations a day. So you actually need to have real conversations with 5 to 10 people a day. That'll get you your 5 deals a day. That'll get you your 1 deal a day. So what do you need to do to talk to 5 to 10 people? Well, you probably need to make anywhere between 10 and 50 calls. That's a wide disparity, 10 to 50 calls. So depends on how good you are. Some people's percentages will be a little lower than others. Prospect list, who are you calling, that sort of thing. So different industries might be a little more accepting of what we have to offer than others, so forth and so on. So you want to kind of find your groove. But if you make calls every day, 10 to 50, have 5 to 10 real conversations with prospects, you'll definitely close that one a day, and you'll be on a nice you'll have a nice income stream for you within a couple of 2 or 3 or 4 months. So where do we find the people we want to call? Okay, so there's a couple different ways you can do it. So first of all, Google is the best prospect list in the world. Let's say today you want to call wedding DJs in your area, then you go to Google, type in wedding DJ, and boom, there's your prospect list. Next day you want to do shoe stores or Indian restaurants or just whatever it is, right? Prospects are right there. These are people who are marketing on Google. Whatever phrase you think is the best one, maybe you start on the 2nd or 3rd page. These are people who don't have first page placement, and that's a great prospect list. Another way to find a great prospect list is the Yellow Pages. A lot of people are using the Yellow Pages still. I think the general feel of that topic is that the Yellow Pages is going away, becoming less effective, more difficult to work with, more expensive, etc., etc., etc. So anybody who's prospecting on using the Yellow Pages, anybody who's marketing themselves on the Yellow Pages, probably a great prospect for us. We're probably a lot cheaper and a lot better. And then there are directories. Directories come in at least 2 categories. Hardbound paper directories. I've been a wedding professional for a little while, and there's all sorts of bride magazines and bride books that come out every year, every quarter, every 6 months or whatever. And there's just tons of business at marketing themselves. DJs, florists, photographers, videographers, event centers, wedding coordinators, etc., 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 etc. And guess what? Their name and phone number is right there because they want you to call them. So really great prospect list. So you could kind of pick an industry, find directories online or physical directories. Beautiful prospect list. And then there is local networking. Okay, so you can go get your own prospects. Local networking. So in Austin, which is where I'm living, there's lots of really good free business networking groups. They're free and they're great, and people want to help each other out and they get to know each other and show up consistently. It doesn't really work so good if you just show up to one and then another, then another. You may want to do that initially to find the best group for you or the best 2 or 3 groups for you, but eventually you want to get in and create relationships and get to know people and like that. So some great ways to find prospects right there. Yeah, this is going to be a real job. You're going to have to work at it. You're going to have to make calls and have conversations and hone your skills and continue to develop yourself to be effective. So that's what I have for prospecting. There's a couple of ways you can market yourself independently. I'm going to be doing what I can to market you, but there's a couple of things you can do that are all free. So you can run your own Craigslist ads in your city. So under marketing, internet, there's a couple of different categories that are very strong. You can do your own ads for yourself, update them every week or whatever. It takes 5 minutes. Very good use of your time. So it's good for our website. As more and more of you do that, it'll increase our rankings. It's also good for you. You'll get calls from time to time on that. It doesn't really take any time. There's a service called usfreeads.com, usfreeads.com, and you can literally run ads all over the U.S. You can run ads in your own area, marketing your service. I highly recommend that. It's free. Why not? Then again, we had the local networking. Highly recommend that. And then there's good old-fashioned cold calling. You're driving down the street and you see a business that you just look so tempting. You stop in with a business card. Be really great with them. That'll be more appropriate in some communities than others. Austin's pretty laid back, and in certain areas, it'd be no problem walking in with a business card and saying, "Hey, can I talk to whoever's in charge of your internet marketing?" Etc. So, but networking events is a great place to get cards. I know I'm kind of jumping around here, going back to networking events a little bit. Great place to get business cards. There's lots of big events where different networking groups come together, or these super networking groups, and card exchanges and speed networking, all kinds of stuff. We've got a good enough product and a good enough offer where the more exposure, the better. Practically everybody at every networking business is a great prospect, and each of them knows anywhere from 10 to 100 other great prospects. So networking can be very valuable. So I recommend you get yourself on a steady diet. Making regular calls, 10 to 50 calls a day. You can really knock that out pretty quick. It doesn't have to be a whole big laborious thing. Going to networking events, running Craigslist ads, running free ads, free classified ads on usfreeads.com. So that's what I have. But what I want you to stay focused on is do whatever you need to do to get that deal a day. That'll keep you healthy. That'll keep me healthy, and making money. And success breeds success. Success begets success. So get in there, get her done. Something we say in Texas. You're gonna have to do some work and make some calls and that kind of stuff. This service almost sells itself, but not quite. You still need to do a little bit. So anyway, that's what I got for prospecting. Hope this has been valuable. Very interested in your ideas. You may be thinking of something that I'm not thinking of, and you're sitting there going, "Oh my God, how come he's not talking about this?" I'd love to hear about it. Let me know. My commitment is to provide the very best support for you I possibly can. If I'm not doing that, let me know, and I'll be happy to adjust. Okay, thanks for your time. Looking forward to many happy days of successful business with you guys. Thanks.